What is up, guys? It is Bulldog Gamer here, and welcome to our second episode of Best in Class. So in this Best in Class, we are going to be using the Razorback. I want to get right into making the class for you guys so you can see what exactly I'm using in this gameplay. Alright, so what we put in as our gun, we use the Razorback, as you can see from the thumbnail. I like the Razorback a lot, actually. It has 4 damage, but honestly, it's pretty good. If you have chest to head, if you're aiming above like that area, you're gonna get pretty quick kills. A lot of people like the Vesper and these Kuda VMP, but this is a gun I like for my best in class. Some attachment, a sight I use would be the ELO. I like to have that range of view, like to see more people. I don't like to have like a reflex like sight like this and the upper part is blocked off and you can only see in a certain area. So I use the ELO sight so I can see more. I use also quick draw. I like to get my sights up fast so I can get those quick kills and win gunfights more often. And then I also use grip to control my recoil, and so I don't have, for those longer range gunfights, I can control it more and maybe potentially get those kills. Something that will help with those long range gunfights would be the long barrel. I put that on so I can, like I said, have a better chance at those long range kills. Because a lot of the maps have those long range areas, so if you get in that situation, you can have that chance. Perk 1, I use ghosts. I like to stay off the radar. I do not like to stay on the radar when there's a UAV, so that really helps me out. My perk 2, I use fast hands. Like this is another fast way to win gun battles, and to just when you're running into their zone and you see them, you'll be able to get up faster and win that gunfight, especially if you have quick draw. Perk 3, I use blast suppressor. I don't like to stay on the radar when I thrust jump, so that's one perk I like. You can be a little bit customizable about this perk. Like you can use pretty much any of these if you want, depending on what you want to do. But I like to use blast suppressor, and then for lethal and tactical, I use a grenade. But you could put a secondary on there if you don't feel like you need these or anything. But I put it on there so if I don't finish off someone and he goes back into the corner, I can throw that in there and then finish him off. So that is what I put into my class. So there you guys have it. That's what you put into the class specifically. Like I said in there, you don't have to put a you don't have to put a tactical or a lethal in there. You can put a secondary, replace that with a secondary. You can have whatever you want in that area. Then you can also customize perks whatever you want. That's just what I like to put into there. So if you want to put anything else, like any other perk or tactical or secondary in there, you can do that perfectly fine. It won't change up the class any other way. But so I did do a hip fire pattern and a recoil pattern test, so I want to get right into that. Alright guys, we're going to do the recoil pattern and hip fire pattern. So we're going to start from about back here for the recoil pattern. Pretty good tight pattern here. Say if you're like aiming in the chest around here, it'll go up into the head around here. Maybe if you're a little bit lower, go into the chest. Pretty good tight pattern for killing someone, and I would approve of that right there. So we're gonna do hip fire from around right here. Hip fire pattern. I think that's a pretty tight pattern there. I think it varies in every time. It's not the same pattern the whole time every time you hip fire, so it's usually a tight hip fire. You can get it in the body area and get that kill. So there you have it. There is the hip fire pattern and the recoil pattern for the Razorback. So there you guys have it for the hip fire pattern and recoil pattern test. So I also had one last test for you guys. It is what I basically did was see how many bullets it would take from different ranges. So like how many bullets it would take from medium range to kill someone, and how many bullets it would take from long range to kill someone. So I will let you guys watch this test right now. To kill a enemy. So this gun does about 30 to 19 damage from around this range here, and without the long barrel it does about 25 to 19 damage from long range, but with the long barrel it adds 5 to the damage, so it goes back up to 30 to 19 damage. So what we're gonna do to start out here is test it from medium range. So like I said, the 30 damage from medium range, so that's about 4 bullets right there. So now we're gonna do it from long range. So this should take, I'm guessing, about 4 rounds since it has the long barrel. So let's try. So I was right, it took about 4 rounds to kill an enemy from long range. So now let's talk about the RPMs. This takes about, the RPMs on this gun are 625 RPMs a minute. So it's kind of slow, I would agree. It could be faster, but you could add more RPM to it if you increase the fire rate by adding the fire rate attachment to it, or rapid fire attachment to it. So if you want to add more fire rate and get, you know, more kills a minute or whatever you want to do, add that perk. You can probably take off, I'm guessing maybe the sight. I mean, you don't really need the sight, but you can, I guess you can take, oh no, keep the sight on, and then you can probably take off the long barrel for that. So there you guys have it. That is our best in class for the Razorback. If you guys enjoyed this episode of Best in Class, please leave a like and subscribe for more future Best in Class videos and other gameplay I post in the future. So like I said, please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.